can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Maybe put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on a brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keeta. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque yo no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that's seen it. I'm so outspoken like Reason.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the WAG Show. This is episode 74. I'm your host, Ben Hassa. We are here to talk about today's best bets for Friday, May 26th. Hopefully you guys had a good day yesterday. I had a good day. 2-0 in the premium MLB bets yesterday. Closed it off with a win thanks to the Oakland Athletics. We took the Oakland A's. I told you guys yesterday you could bet them first five because I like JP Sears. We took them first five on the run line plus a half. It actually moved to plus 1.5 after that, so I doubled down. And they were winning after the fifth inning. So, that won. You guys know play of the day yesterday for me premium was the Rays, and they won. And then I told you guys yesterday I had a significant bet on the Celtics -8. I thought they were going to win by double digits. They did. I said it 2 or 3 days ago. The Celtics were going to be the first team to come back from 0-3 down and win. They are favored in Game 6, 3-point favorites on the road. And we'll see what happens. But I do think it's basically almost even money for the series now. So I think that the Celtics are in a pretty good spot to come back. We don't have any basketball tonight. We do have a huge baseball slate, so we'll be talking a little baseball today. If you guys are interested, I am up over 19 units for the baseball season with my premium bets. I have 8 bets posted, 7 for the rest of the day. 1 is going on now. It's pretty sweaty. But I have 7 other bets posted for tonight in the premium Discord. Sign up, betcomer.com/pricing. Get in there, get access to my picks for tonight. I'm going to go through the games. If you guys have any questions on any games or any picks, go ahead, drop in the chat. DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, I saw that that he got cut. Not really surprising. Dude, this guy, I don't know what's up with Justin Steele, but this is tilting me to no end. This guy can't get clean innings against the Reds. I don't understand this. I'm liking the Nats and the Marlins today. What do you think of those games? Yeah, Nats. I definitely like offense in that Nats game. With those pitchers, I think there'll be a lot of offense scored there. Marlins, anytime Luzardo pitches, I'm fine. I'm fine betting on the Marlins, so I don't hate that. Plus 120. I don't hate it. Anytime Luzardo's pitching, dude, this guy Justin Steele, he just doesn't care about our money, I guess. Unbelievable. I mean, this guy just can't even. He just can't get. I'm not gonna get into it. All right, I'm gonna dive into these games to avoid the tilt that I'm experiencing from this Cubs and Reds game. I did not bet on the Cubs. I bet on the under in the first 5 innings, which loses because Justin Steele apparently. I mean, the Reds lineup is just, it's too much for Justin Steele to handle, I guess. All right, so we'll start with this White Sox-Tigers game. We have Lance Lynn, Joey Wentz, two pretty bad pitchers. Lance Lynn has fallen off a cliff this year. Hasn't looked good. Joey Wentz is not very good either, so I think the over would have some value here. I told you guys yesterday I leaned more towards the Tigers side of that game. They won. I would probably lean more towards the Tigers side again. I do not like Joey Wentz, but I don't like Lance Lynn either. So I'm definitely not backing Lance Lynn as a minus 155 favorite. So I think maybe the over, or I would look at the Tigers if you were forcing a lean there. Dodgers, Rays. Syndergaard going for the Dodgers. I've been fading him pretty much all season. I think the Rays are smart enough to take advantage of his weaknesses. The Rays have been running a lot as of late. If you look at earlier on in the season, during the month of April, the Rays were scoring so many runs. They were hitting so many home runs. They didn't really need to steal bases. That has kind of ramped up this month now that they've cooled off a little bit in terms of the amount of home runs that they've hit. So they've been stealing a lot of bases. We know Noah Syndergaard is terrible at holding runners. It's his biggest weakness. So, and you guys know I like to bet on Tampa at home. So they're slight favorites here at minus 115. I think there's some value on the Rays tonight. Rangers, Orioles is a good game. We have Grayson Rodriguez, John Gray. Two, I don't want to say surprise teams, but two of the best teams in the American League this season. Orioles have the second best record in baseball behind the Rays. The Rangers, I believe, are firmly in a playoff spot as well with how good they've been playing. Their offense has been clicking. So this should be a fun series in Baltimore this weekend. I'll be watching some of that. If I was looking for a play here, I would be on the Orioles side. You guys know I respect Grayson Rodriguez. I think he's going to put it together at some point here. And I've been riding the Baltimore train all season. I'm not going to stop now. If you guys watched the stream earlier this week, I said that I liked them at 45-1 to win this World Series. They're down to 38-1 now, so those lines dropping a little bit. I really firmly believe they're going to make a move at the deadline. So I'm bullish on this Orioles team. I don't think that it's been lucky. Like when the Pirates got off to that red hot start, that you could tell was kind of lucky. I do not think the Orioles' hot start is lucky. I think they're legitimately that good. And their offense is good enough that it can cover up their weaknesses with the starting rotation. So I like the Orioles on that game tonight. Padres, Yankees, we have Vasquez making his debut for the Yankees against Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove has kind of scuffled. He was injured, didn't have a ton of spring training or anything like that, and he's just now coming back. So I think that that's probably contributing to his slow start. I think that Joe Musgrove will be fine once we get moving on into the season here. Vasquez, I don't know a ton about him. He doesn't look like a top pitching prospect, but he doesn't look bad either. He does have some swing and miss stuff. He walks a lot of batters, which is a concern for me when you talk about guys making their debut. But I don't know. I don't know where to go in this game. The line movement would indicate it's a good day to take the Yankees here. You can see some sharp money coming in on them. But I don't know. I'll probably avoid just because I don't know much about Vasquez. I kind of want to see him pitch. He honestly looks like, in the stuff I was looking at, he looks like he's going to end up being more of like a bullpen guy than a top-end starter. And I do think Musgrove's going to put some good starts together at some point. So I'll probably avoid that. But I've seen a lot of people on the Yankees today, and I understand it. But I'll just avoid that. Next game, we have Cardinals in Cleveland to take on the Guardians, Shane Bieber, Matt Liberatore. Shane Bieber, I've seen a lot of trade rumors of Shane Bieber to the St. Louis Cardinals, so maybe he's trying out for his future team. He is a slight favorite here on FanDuel. He's minus 116. Cardinals are minus 102. I lean Cardinals here for sure. The Guardians are terrible against left-handed pitching. Liberatore, I mean, he looked fine in his first start this year. He's looked really good in the minors this year. Yeah, I don't know. I love taking lefties against Cleveland. They're really bad. Sub 300 WOBA as a team against lefties. They strike out more than usual against lefties. Cardinals better against lefties than righties, but still good against righties. 340 WOBA as a team against right-handed pitching. And Shane Beamer's been really inconsistent this year. So I like the Cardinals in this game. One of my favorite plays of the day is the St. Louis Cardinals. Did you say where you thought Hopkins was going? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I kind of got sidetracked because Justin Steele stinks. I don't know. I think it kind of comes down to if he wants to like really solidify that he'll be playing deep in the playoffs, or if he wants to go to a more middle of the road team and make some more money. I don't know. I'm not DeAndre Hopkins, so I have no idea what his plans are. I think that he's made a lot of money the last few years, so maybe he would be a little more motivated to take less money and go to a good team. If that's the case, then I think Kansas City or Buffalo are pretty much locks, or Philly. It would be one of those three teams that he would go to. If he wants to make a little bit more money and go to a middle of the pack team, I wouldn't be shocked to see him go to Cleveland to reunite with his former quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He could go to Baltimore. I wouldn't be shocked. Baltimore's been linked to him for multiple years now. Wouldn't be shocked about that. I know he himself had mentioned the Chargers. I could see that for sure. So I think for sure, I don't know. I think it's going to come down to if he wants to take less money, he's going to go to Kansas City or Buffalo, I think for sure. But if he wants to make a little bit more, Cleveland obviously probably makes the most sense because they have the most money that they can hand out. Carolina, I think, could get in the mix. I don't know. I think a lot of teams will be in the mix here. It'll be interesting to see. But if he's completely fine just taking less money, then I think Kansas City or Buffalo are just the locks to get him. Next baseball game we have is Philly-Atlanta. Jared Schuster up against Taijuan Walker. Two pitchers. I'm not a huge fan of these guys. Schuster looks like he could be all right long-term. Walker, we kind of know what he is. Atlanta's a big favorite here. I would lean more towards Philly side if I was looking to force a play here because Schuster he hasn't impressed me yet. I mean, I know the numbers say maybe he can be decent one day, but for now he hasn't looked good. Philly, I think there's some value on them as underdogs. Giants, Brewers, Freddie Peralta, Alex Wood. Don't have a lean here. Most of the money is coming in on the Brewers, 65% of that's 71% of the money. I didn't look at this game a ton. I don't really have a lean there. Toronto, Minnesota, Louis Varland against Kevin Gausman. There's some sharp money on the under here. Line opened at 8, moved down to 7.5. Blue Jays also moved from minus 145 to minus 155. They have been pretty public. 74% of the bets coming in on them. I still don't want to bet on Kevin Gausman though, man. There's been enough times this season, a few times he just hasn't looked good to me that I would be skeptical to back him as a minus 150 or greater favorite. So I'd probably avoid that or maybe lean Twins if I was forcing a play. Nats Royals, which I know someone at chat had asked about earlier. I like the over here, 9.5. Two bad pitchers going. If I was picking a side, I would actually probably pick more the Royals side if I was going to pick a side of the game. You guys know I like to bet on the Royals a little bit sometimes. There is some reverse line movement coming in there. 67% of the bets, 60% of the money on the Nats, but the line moved towards the Royals. Games at Pick'em now. I've had some questions about reverse line movement earlier in the week. Probably going to make a TikTok about it later, but I don't think you should just bet where you see reverse line movement, but I do think that that's a tool A lot of times, if you see reverse line movement, it's not as valuable to bet that because the line has moved. If you can still get the original line, then I think there's some value to that. But it's just something that I think I take note of. Like, it's just not a good sign. So if you like the Nationals and you see that line movement, I would be skeptical because that means that there's enough money that the books, like, someone that the books respect is on the Royals for them to move the line like that. So I would lean more Royal side if I was picking a side, but I like the over here a little bit. I think there's going to be some offense tonight. Mets, Rockies. Max Scherzer, Seabold for the Rockies. I like the Rockies as underdogs tonight. I don't know if, like, you don't have to bet them at plus 180. You could take a shot on the first 5 or something like that. But Max Scherzer, has not been good this year. He looks like he's breaking down. He's had basically one good start. His velocity's been up and down. I don't like what I've seen from him. He's also never been good in Coors Field. He's made a handful of starts in Coors Field in his career, and this is back when he was top of the line Max Scherzer. And he's made some starts in Coors Field that were not good. So I like the Rockies tonight as underdogs. It's probably my favorite underdog spot of the day. Would be the Rockies or the Cardinals. But I think there's value on the Rockies tonight. I think there's some value on the over if you think Max gives up some runs, because I'm assuming the Mets can get some runs off Seabold. So there's a little value on the over here, and I like the Rockies. I think Max Scherzer will continue to struggle, and he'll probably be someone I continue to fade throughout the next few months of the season. Marlins, Angels. We have Jesus Luzardo, Reed Detmers, 2 good young pitchers. Nathan and Chad earlier had said he liked the Marlins. I'm much more fine with the Marlins than I am the Nationals. I think you can always bet on the Marlins when Jesus Luzardo's pitching. So I'm fine with that. Detmers has been up and down, but I like both these guys long term. So I'll probably watch a little bit of that game. I like both those pitchers. That should be a fun game to watch. Astros, A's, just massive favorites here. Minus 260 for the Astros. Hunter Brown against James Kaprielian. He's minus 275 over on FanDuel. I'm not betting a minus 275 whatsoever. You could use him as a parlay piece if you want. But last night I said there was value on the A's, and they want to bet for us tonight. I will not be betting on the Oakland Athletics. Hunter Brown I respect enough. I'll just pass altogether. Red Sox, Diamondbacks, Chris Sale, another guy. He's been up and down. He's had starts where he looks like old Chris Sale. He's had some starts where he looks terrible. There is reverse line movement here as well. 68% of the bets, 66% of the money. But the line has moved 15 cents in favor of the Diamondbacks. Brandon Pfaadt is on the hill. He's had a couple starts where he's looked like the top pitching prospect in baseball that we know him to be. He's had a couple starts where he's given up a ton of home runs. So I'm not really sure what to make of him. I think the over has value here. Over 9 definitely makes some sense to me. And if I was picking a side, I would pick Diamondbacks. You guys know I'm high on the Diamondbacks. We bet them at like plus 400 to make the playoffs a few weeks ago. They've been holding firm. There's still a good handful of games above 500. They've been playing well. They're pretty decent against left-handed pitching as well, and they've been solid at home. So I like the Arizona side tonight if I'm forcing a play, and then the over would be my real play in that game. I do think there'll be some runs scored there. And then finally, the last game of the night, George Kirby, Mitch Keller, 2 good pitchers as well. Pretty low over under 7 runs. You guys know, anytime Mitch Keller throws, I think you can bet on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Wouldn't bet them full game, though. I would rather bet them first 5. And you can get them at plus 116 on the money line for first 5, or on the run line, it's minus 130. But plus a half a run on the run line for the first 5 looks good because that tie comes into play as a win as well. So Pirates first 5 is a solid bet tonight, something I'll be betting, I think. I like to bet on Mitch Keller. So if you guys have any other questions on any other games, go ahead and ask. I truly cannot believe that Justin Steele gave up 6 runs to the Reds in 3 innings. I like this, truly mind-blowing to me. Do you still think Celtics win the series? Yes. Yes, I do. I think the Heat are dead. I think that they ran hot shooting for a big stretch, and now that that's kind of reverting, I don't think they have any chance. Who scores 10-plus runs other than Coors? Either team in the Royals Nats game, I'll take Royals, but one of those two teams, I like that spot tonight. Will you take Celtics over Nuggets? I haven't decided. On one hand, I think the Nuggets are the best team, but on the other hand, they've kind of just been sitting while the Celtics are doing this. If the Celtics actually do come back from 0-3 down, I think it's written in the stars that they're going to win the NBA Finals probably. So I don't know. I think the Nuggets are the better team. I'll be rooting for the Nuggets, but if you actually come back from 0-3 down in the conference finals, I don't know how you don't win the NBA Finals after all that. I would take Celtics. Yeah, I completely understand that. I mean, if you look at the odds to win the title just overall right now, the Nuggets have moved. I think they were like close to minus 250 at one point. They're back to minus 185 now. Celtics moved down. I don't know. So a couple people in chat here have said that they would pick the Celtics. What do you guys think about this? Someone in our Discord said basically, I had posted yesterday. I said I'm rooting for the Nuggets, so I was like, I hope they play the Heat because they'll just have their way with the Heat. And someone had responded back and said that basically this Nuggets would have their way with the Celtics too. I don't really think that's the case. I don't think you can say that. I don't really think you can say that. Yeah, no way. See, I agree. I don't know why people like. I get the Celtics did what they did, but they're gonna have all the momentum coming back from that comeback. And I think they have the tools. Like, I think they're much more equipped to match up with the Nuggets than the Miami Heat are. If the Nuggets played the Heat, I think they'd win in 5 games. If the Nuggets play the Celtics, I think that's going 6 or 7. Rockies sneaky tonight. Yeah, yes, 100%. No one will want to click the Rockies because they're up against Max. But like I said, I don't like what I've seen from Max. His velo's down. He's never been good in Coors Field his entire career. Yeah, I think there's definite value on the Rockies tonight. Rockies stack is definitely in play. Where are your picks in the Discord? Yeah, so once you sign up for a membership, you'll sync your account. You can create a free account and sync it. You'll get all the free channels, but once you sign up, then you will have access to the premium channels, and they're posted in the MLB expert prop picks. They're in that channel. But overall, I hope you guys have a great holiday weekend. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back Monday. Like I said, we'll tweet it out on Sunday, but Monday's show might be earlier just because it's Memorial Day and we have day baseball. So I'll try and get on earlier and we'll run through the slate. But good luck with your bets tonight, guys, and I'll see you guys on Monday.